Libra, welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading from the 15th going through to the 22nd of August. Hope you're doing well. If you're not subscribed already, why not? Try subscribing. You'll love it. It will show great support for this channel. Let's just see what the overall energy is going in here. You're obviously into your autumn period, really fully into your autumn period now. So we're coming up to pretty much a month before at the end of this week, coming up to a month before your birthday. So it's a transition from the physical side of life of what you're trying to work out, what you've done for the last year and what you want to do for the future, moving into more the spiritual, emotional side of life of what you've experienced and what you want to experience in the going future. So it's transitional stuff going on. But as I've seen in your signs, in your sign and your readings, it's also very busy time of year, which is can make it for a bit of tiredness and a bit sort of stretched too much over life and a bit thin. So, you know, maybe it's a case of taking time out for yourself and everything like that. Let's just see what's going on. There was a lot going on that sort of front bit. You've also got those waves coming through, and I think that's realizations of what you want to do. Your guides seem to be doing a lot of activities around you. Let's see what the overall energy is for you. They're sort of like guides are sort of like smoothing things out for you. Let's see what the overall energy is here. It should be clear now to you. Clear thinking, clear direction. Yeah. Okay, disappointment. 5 of Cups. Okay, so this is what it is. Clear direction and clear thinking. Okay, so if you take the 5 of Cups, it's disappointment. But it's just looking at things you've done in the past and realising what things disappointed you and what you don't want to do going forward. And in this 5 of Cups, you have that pathway leading off for you. And she has 1 cup to take with her. So you need to just sort of like stick to your plan, stick to your goal, follow your guiding star, and I think you're going to be really, really happy. But recognizing the things that drained you in the past will be really important. I think that's what that whole transition is in that autumn period, which you can go into the descriptions below. It goes a lot about that in the Astroflower. And we will be doing a lot more sort of videos on your rhythms and stuff like that on this channel. Okay, so let's see what the karmic message is coming in for you on the relationship side. And these are relationships, family, friends, community, but also couple. It's just how you sort of engage with relationships. So the karmic message here, and so many signs have got this. And this is why I want to do the moon reading next week as well, which will be coming out on Wednesday or Tuesday. It is what it is, and it's you know, not getting triggered by things and just enjoying and allowing things to be. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong, and it's sort of kind of going, okay, so it went wrong sort of scenario. And yeah, discovering a whole new plethora of resources within you, emotional resources within you this week. This is a really good discovery week for you, I think, this week for you, Libra. And it's discovering the fact that you actually have a lot more depth than you might have thought you had, and a lot more sort of versatility. It's where you've been stretched a little bit thin. I think it's coming back to the essentials of who you actually are, and I think that's what that comes through there. Let's see how the universe is trying to guide you, or trying to influence that karmic message. They're giving you space. It's like they're separating things. It's like, it could be you separating as in couple separating, but I think it's seeing people for who they are. I think that's what it's trying to help you do. Okay, so separating things. So the 3 of Wands, you know, bit of procrastination, it might be seen by the outside world. But what they're saying here is the universe, I think they're sort of saying, allow those ships to come in and allow those ships to go. Just see what's in the content of those ships. That's what's really important. See what's in the content of other people. I think that's what they're offering you here, that capacity to see and that the content of other people and their emotions and their how they want to engage with you. That's what it seems to be like. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence that karmic message. They're taking down lists. I think they're backing up the universe here of the content. And I think this is a way of realizing the depth and the diversity that you actually have within you emotionally. So yeah, they're procrastinating as well. I wouldn't push anything on the relationship front. As I said, I'd just leave it, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. It is what it is. You know, the Seven of Cups, really, there's loads of choices, but in reality, there's only one cup that's giving out water. And that is your evident path. And I think that's what the, you know, with letting it be, as it were, relationship lines, and that could be family, friends, community, will actually help you to see the clarity of the evident path going forward. Okay, let's just see how the guys are trying to influence that conversation that is within you. They're helping you not to get triggered. So, you know, you're a highly mental sign, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, you have like such a fast mind that sometimes you can trip over yourself. And this is where your guides are trying to sort of slow you down, sort of saying, it's okay, don't worry about it, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Two of Wands and Three of Wands. Now that partnership, Two of Wands and Three of Wands, have come up in a lot of signs. And this is how it's like, they're helping you to realize how you can plan for a better future. And as I said at the beginning, that's what you're going to be moving into after the 22nd. Realizing what you've done over the last year, what emotional state you've been in, what you've experienced, and moving into what you want to experience going forward, and planning for that future to avoid, to get round that Five of Cups, of walking away with that Ace of Cups. Let's see what's going on the financial sort of side. And I've got a funny feeling this is going to be the side that's really sort of like rocking for you. Let's see. So your karmic message here is keep going, keep going, keep going. I think it's a longer term plan that you're on. There's been a lot of activity over the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks for you in that respect. It's been very successful, I think, and you know, a lot of opportunities for you. And now it's like you've started on that road and you've got to keep that rhythm going. And so the karmic message is, call to action. So it is keeping that rhythm going. And I still think these opportunities are not going to stop if you keep that rhythm up. And it's just a gentle rhythm. It doesn't have to be, you know, we're not talking 100 meters here. This is long-term plans, and it's realizing I can do so much more with life because you've got that rhythm and because of those sort of things that have come through over the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks. Let's just see how the universe is trying to influence that karmic message. They're providing security and well-being. The devil, it can be obsessive, but it's obsession through deeply understood mechanics of how things work. That's why you get obsessive about it. It's like listening. It's like a mechanic who listens to a motor and sort of says, all the timing's out here, or the filter's not working right. It's noticing those sort of things. And I think the universe is helping you to sort of streamline how you approach things, because the devil will shine a light on your path and offer you lots of different things. And you've got to have that wisdom to sort of say, that is my path. That is my evident direction to take. And maybe being a little bit more obsessive about that call to action and that rhythm of keeping your eye on the goal. And the universe is not trying to trick you here, but it is trying to also at the same time help you to realize the clarification of that path that you're heading down. Let's just see how your guides are influencing that call to action, that rhythm that you've got to be in place. They're like beating that drum for that rhythm. They're just encouraging you, you know. There's a lot of realizations of how you want life to be now. It should be pretty clear for you. And you can really put that into place in a month's time. At the moment, the things that you put in place, you've got to let them roll through. And they're beating that drum, trying to get a bit of rhythm going for you. So, they are showing to you at the same time, with that rhythm, they're almost showing to you what is possible. Yeah, but I wouldn't daydream too much. I'd be just a little bit wary about that. And I think that's what that whole rhythm is about, of just sort of kind of saying to you, don't get sidetracked, don't get distracted. And it's a like a counterbalance to the universe here. The guides here are really trying to keep you on your path, whereas the universe is almost sort of testing you in a way. So you've got to just stick to that call to action, keep it clear within your mind, allow your guides to streamline your path with the coincidences that are around you. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence that conversation that is within you. This is where they're being like that lighthouse, and they're sort of shining their light on something and kind of going, there it is, there it is, there it is. Go for it, go for it. It is now, it is now. They're trying to stop that doubt within you, because that's what these two cards are. And I think they're being a lot, your guides here are trying to give you that clarity of thought, that clarity of direction on both sides. And here, on this side, it was much more to do with sort of planning and stuff like that. And, it is what it is. On this side here, it's sort of saying it is what it is, but that is it. That is it. It's not it is what it is. It is what it is. That is it. Oh, I'll get it out in a minute. Blimey. Right old tongue twister that. Nightmare. So, yeah, I think they're really keeping you on that straight and narrow. Yeah, it is what it is, and finding your happiness within your work environment is going to be really important. When you're going down that path and getting into that rhythm, getting into that mindset, you're going to find your community or your business is going to find suppliers as much as clients. That's going to be a very harmonious sort of situation. It looks really fruitful for you going forward. And oh, blimey, sorry about that. Bit of a camera hitch. It's gonna make you feel at one with yourself within your environment, within your work environment that you're doing. Let's just see what the outcome is going from the 22nd onwards, and how these two messages combine together. There is that examination on the spiritual and the emotional side of life, which is really important. But at the same time, I think it's falling in love with your life. I think it's falling in love with the possibilities that can come out of this. The Star and the Queen of Pentacles. That's what you're moving towards ultimately, I think. And this here is that dreamy moments here of dreaming of real possibilities. That makes that perfect, beautiful triangle here. It's allow yourself to dream, allow you to shoot for your highest possible self, I think, in both respects. It is a moment where it's going to flow through, and I think it's more of a realization about that than anything else. It's not actually put into place, but it's a realization that I can actually dream, and I can actually, I can have what I want in life, as long as it's within reason, of course, not without detriment to others, or anything, So yeah, there you go, Libra. It looks absolutely lovely for you. The way you're positioning yourself, I think, is really encouraging. If you have been living a bit of disappointment in your life, I would shake it up a bit, and I'd shake it up a bit and sort of position yourself where you're comfortable and you can plan for a better future. And this may not be the ideal job that you're in, but it's a stepping stone to another job. So if you've been just getting into the rhythm of the Astroflower, because we do this every week, and the Astroflower is there for you to get the best out of every sort of situation. Once you get into that rhythm of the Astroflower and gives you a sort of direction and stuff like that, it's a lot easier to confront any situation that is in front of you. We do a lot of stuff also on our sister channel, Cymatic TV, which you might want to have a look at, which is also linked in the description below. If you want to support this channel, it's very easy to do, and it would be most appreciated because YouTube are really not helping us at the moment. But, you know, I love YouTube. I really do. I think it's a really good platform, actually. You know, they don't seem to be helping us out at the moment, so we'll wait and see what happens. But, you know, the best way to help us is subscribing and clicking that bell, but also sharing this reading across all social media platforms that you're on. That will help us out, and clicking, you know, the like, and also commenting as well. In the meantime, Libra, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.